The air in Terry is a strange mixture of relief and unease. On the surface, the fragile ceasefire has silenced the immediate echoes of confrontation, offering people a pause from the constant anxiety that once gripped their daily lives. Yet beneath this temporary calm lies a deep and persistent question that refuses to fade. Can a meaningful agreement between Iran and the United States truly be achieved? Or is this lull merely the quiet before another storm? For ordinary Iranians, the ceasefire is not just a geopolitical development discussed in distant conference rooms. It is something deeply personal. It shapes the cost of bread, the availability of medicine, the value of their currency, and the future prospects of their children. In bustling markets and quiet family gatherings, conversations inevitably drift toward the same uncertain theme. Some speak with cautious optimism, pointing to past moments when diplomacy seemed possible. Others remain skeptical, hardened by decades of broken promises and shifting political winds. This skepticism is not without reason. The history between Iran and the United States is long, complex, and often bitter. It is a relationship marked by cycles of engagement and confrontation, where progress has frequently been undone by mistrust. Each new round of talks carries the weight of this past, making even the smallest step forward feel fragile. For many Iranians, hope has become something to handle carefully, almost reluctantly, as if embracing it too fully might invite disappointment. At the same time, there is a clear recognition that the stakes have never been higher. Years of economic sanctions have taken a heavy toll on Iran's economy. Inflation has eroded purchasing power, unemployment remains a challenge, and many families struggle to maintain a sense of stability. In this context, the idea of a deal with the United States is not just about diplomacy, it is about survival and opportunity. It represents the possibility of economic relief, increased international engagement, and a chance to rebuild. Yet even among those who hope for an agreement, there is a deep awareness of the obstacles that stand in the way. Trust is perhaps the most significant of these barriers. From the Iranian perspective, past agreements have not always delivered the expected benefits, leading to a sense that commitments can be reversed with changing political leadership in Washington. This has created a cautious approach, where any new deal must be seen as durable and reliable, not subject to sudden shifts. On the other side, there are also concerns and conditions that complicate the path to an agreement. Issues related to regional influence, security policies, and nuclear development remain at the center of negotiations. These are not simple matters that can be resolved quickly. They require careful balancing of national interests, international expectations, and political realities on both sides. Amid these complexities, the fragile ceasefire acts as both an opportunity and a test. It provides a window in which dialogue can continue without the immediate pressure of escalating conflict. At the same time, its very fragility serves as a reminder of how easily things can unravel. A single misstep, a misunderstanding, or a shift in tone can quickly undo the progress that has been made. For journalists observing the situation, the human dimension is impossible to ignore. Behind every policy decision and diplomatic statement are millions of lives shaped by uncertainty. Young people, in particular, find themselves caught between hope and hesitation. Many dream of a future where they can travel freely, pursue careers without limitations, and engage with the wider world. Yet they also carry the weight of knowing that such aspirations depend on decisions far beyond their control. In conversations across different regions of Iran, a pattern emerges. There is no single unified perspective, but rather a spectrum of views reflecting the diversity of experiences within the country. Some emphasize resilience, expressing confidence that Iran will endure regardless of external pressures. Others speak more openly about the need for change, highlighting the importance of improving economic conditions and expanding opportunities. The role of leadership is also a central theme in these discussions. People watch closely for signals from their own government as well as from Washington. Statements are analysed, gestures are interpreted, and even subtle shifts in language can influence public perception. In this environment, communication becomes a powerful tool, capable of building confidence or deepening suspicion. At the international level, the situation is equally complex. Other countries have a stake in the outcome, each with their own interests and concerns. This adds another layer of negotiation, where bilateral discussions are influenced by broader regional and global dynamics. The challenge lies in finding a path that satisfies multiple stakeholders while maintaining the focus on the core issues between Iran and the United States. Despite all these challenges, there are moments that hint at the possibility of progress. Diplomatic channels remain open, and there are ongoing efforts to find common ground. These efforts may not always make headlines, but they represent a steady, behind-the-scenes commitment to dialogue. For those who believe in the potential for a deal, these quiet steps are significant. At the same time, there is an understanding that any agreement must be more than symbolic. It must deliver tangible benefits and address the underlying issues that have fueled tensions for so long. This requires not only technical solutions, but also a shift in mindset. Both sides must be willing to move beyond entrenched positions and explore new ways of thinking about their relationship. For many Iranians, this is where the uncertainty becomes most pronounced. They have seen moments of apparent progress before, only to watch them dissolve. As a result, there is a tendency to wait and see, to withhold judgment until concrete outcomes emerge. This cautious approach is not a lack of interest, but rather a reflection of experience. The fragile ceasefire, then, exists in a space between hope and doubt. It is a pause that offers possibilities, but also one that demands careful navigation. Every action taken during this period carries weight, influencing not only the immediate situation, but also the broader trajectory of relations. In the end, the question of whether a deal can be done remains open. It is a question shaped by history, defined by complexity, and driven by the aspirations of millions. For the people of Iran, it is not an abstract issue, but a deeply personal one, intertwined with their daily lives and future prospects. As the days pass under this fragile calm, the world continues to watch. So do the people of Iran, with a mixture of patience, skepticism, and cautious hope. They understand that the path forward is uncertain, but they also recognize the importance of the moment. In this delicate balance, the possibility of change exists, waiting to be realized or lost depending on the choices made in the days ahead.